Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of July 9 through 22, 2024. This is reading if you are Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or have another significant Pisces placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're not subscribed. If you would like to continue receiving these videos of tarot videos, but I also do my daily morning coffee with Breege. Sometimes I remember to put up the same day, sometimes I don't. But those are also on Instagram. I do those live every morning, most mornings, about 6:30 a.m. And then I also do my channelings of Archangel Azrael on this channel. And there will be some more videos and other new things coming up as well, including my recent video on Rouhani healing, which is massively transformational, way more so than I ever would have expected. So check all of that out. And like I said, if you're interested in these videos, subscribing and liking, commenting, and so forth, all really helps the channel. So if you are interested in any of the services that I offer, or if you want to know more about the context of these videos and the things that I do, and what kind of services I offer in terms of spiritual coaching and so forth, my website link is down in the description box below, as is my link to all my social media. Is mentioned down there where you can find me on Instagram, particularly, and Facebook. So, okay. So with all that kind of stuff out of the way at the beginning, let's take a look at your reading overall, Pisces. Now, I feel like this has been, you've got Seth right in the middle, so this has been a bit of a challenging time for you. Maybe you feel like you've been hitting obstacle after obstacle. Ta indicates that you are chipping away at something, working hard. But maybe you have been meeting with delays as you've been trying to get things done. I feel like there's monies that you've been waiting to come in and maybe they haven't come yet, or you're not seeing the financial rewards of something. Now, the changes you are making, you do have Buckle of Isis over here, so this does indicate to me that the sacrifices you're making now are going to be rewarded. The important thing right now, and I'm seeing this for just about everybody, is we have Ankh in the 6th house and we have Bastet in the 10th house, which has to do with your job and career. When I look at those two together. And yeah, to me, that indicates that there's a lot here about happiness and about love and about enjoying life. So the changes you're making recently may be more focused on doing something that you love, something that makes you happy, that makes you enjoy getting up every day and doing what you're doing. It might be something creative with Bastet, because Bastet is a card that often has to do with music, dancing, the arts. I mean, it could be something artistic or creative. It could have to do with healing. Could be psychosomatic healing, energy healing. So maybe some people are dealing in therapy or alternative healing practices. That might be part of it. Some people might even have a career that's literally connected to love, in terms of romance, right? Writing romance novels, maybe having the OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's just something literally that might be connected to that, but not necessarily. I feel more that this is saying that you're working in a space that is more in line with your heart, in line with your intuition, in line with your creative and artistic ability. That seems to be where your work is headed, and maybe maybe those are the changes you're making, that you're waiting to see the financial benefits of this. You may be showing two faces to people. With the Twins card, this indicates that we might behave one way with one group of people and a different way with another group, and not because you're being like quote unquote two-faced. It's more that maybe you feel that there's just certain aspects of things that are going on with you, certain questions or aspects of your identity that maybe you don't feel that you need to share with everybody. So yeah, one group of friends might see one thing and you might put on a face for other people just because you just don't feel like it's necessary for them to know what's going on with you, or maybe you're trying to figure things out. But this can also indicate sometimes when there's new love and when people fall in love, sometimes this indicates that we pick up aspects of the identity of another person. There can be other circumstances in which that happens as well. But so it could also be that we're not being as much of ourselves as we are reflecting the personality of someone else. So those things are all possible there. Something unexpected with regard to the home. You have Urias or the family, because you have Urias here, and this is a sense of something happening that comes out of the blue. It could be a secret that you learn. It could be just a sudden and unexpected change. So I don't know, that this could be different for everybody. It could have to do with your home. Maybe there could be a sudden decision to move. I am seeing Sirius in the 9th house. So Sirius and fire. So yeah, there's a strong sense of work or working through something. Maybe some of you, if you've had difficulties around the home, maybe that there's been, I don't know, there's just something, there may be some worries or concerns, and this seems to indicate something happening that's not what you expect, but what you need. I think that's the best way to explain this card when it shows up here. And again, this could be with respect to family, or it could have to do with your actual living space. Okay, as far as love goes, if you're looking for love, I feel like you're very visible right now, okay, with Crook and Flail. You're somebody who's liked. If you're in a situation where you're not sure if you're in a situation where you think you might have angered or upset somebody, I mean, Crook and Flail would be saying, no, you're on that person's good side. With water here in the 7th house, there could be a changeable situation. Like I said, you might have a lot of attention, and maybe you're kind of going with the flow in terms of an actual, something like a long-term relationship. This could also indicate a water sign person coming in, like another person like yourself, because, you know, Cancer, what is it? Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or another Pisces would be the water signs. And this is, or this could just indicate a situation that is changing or is changeable. So I don't know. There's definitely a sense here of recognition and of being seen more. And this would suggest to me that if you're not in a serious love relationship, that right now you might just be going with the flow more rather than getting involved. If you are already married and in a serious relationship, water could indicate shifts and changes in your relationship. Maybe there's going to be something. Water has a very strong emotional feeling to it, so I don't know if there's been some outpouring of emotion recently over something. We're going to clarify all this with tarot, so we'll see where we end up here. Okay, in terms of your transformations, you have the Buckle of Isis. Yeah, this is like you standing out from the crowd, you doing something different. It's a sacrifice that you're making, but that sacrifice is something that you're doing for a better situation. So again, this is telling you that whatever sacrifices you're making right now, they're going to be rewarded. So don't, so yeah, in spite of obstacles that we see here, maybe even financial obstacles, I mean, don't worry. You definitely are really putting the legwork into something. There could be a female friend who is helpful here, or just a female in your network, because I'm seeing Hathor in the 6th house of Aquarius. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. You got the 2 of Ghosts, or just the 2 of Cups. This is the Halloween tarot in the 1st house. So that's pretty crazy that came up that way. It's the Twins and the 2 of Ghosts. So yeah, that does feel to me like you might be connecting with someone else or reflecting the personality of another person. Like your who you are might be reflecting somebody else right now. Like if you're newly married, you might be, and you're a woman, you might be thinking of yourself as the spouse of that person. It could go either way, truthfully. But there's definitely that kind of energy there, which is interesting. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely this strong partnership element here when we see this in the 1st house, or maybe you're just looking to connect with other people. With this 2 energy in the 1st house. Yeah, I feel like you are. This is about connecting with others, reflecting the personality of another. And again, in some cases, maybe showing 2 different sides to different people. We've got the Hermit here in the money house. So I feel like you're thinking very carefully about something with connected to your finances. Wanting to do something that is the wise thing, that is something that is considered, something that you're not rushing into. This is Virgo energy. So with Nepenthes, yeah, I feel like there's something that you're waiting on, but it may be because you are taking a time out to think really about what it is you want, or what it is that you want to do. I do feel like you're expanding your horizons here if you have a business, or this could just have to do with communications. The world would indicate communication with somebody potentially from another country or another culture. That could be. Fire can indicate passion. So this could be a passionate communication. Again, if you're looking for love, maybe something is going on. Maybe there's a passionate back and forth here. But I would think in terms of business, this would just indicate, again, really applying yourself, like really being inspired to do something and being inspired to expand your horizons. So whether this has to do with just general communications or specifically with business, I definitely see that there's a lot of fire, a lot of intensity around getting out there, and also potentially finishing something. because the World can also be about finishing projects and doing things. World, kind of like the Seven of Cups, has taken on a more modern meaning of having to do with online communications as well. So take that as it resonates there. Yeah, with Urias here, we have Judgment. Okay, so this could be on something unexpected that maybe is legal here that's going on. A fourth house, yeah, Judgment could indicate maybe an unexpected legal matter, or just, if not a legal matter, this could have to do with something, being awakened to something, becoming aware of something that is going on, because Judgment can have to do with the way in which we come into awareness. Judgment can also be about kind of recycling things, like coming back around to the same place. But there could be also decisions to be made here too with Judgment. Maybe there's, overall though, I feel like there's going to be some kind of an awakening to something, maybe something somebody is doing in your family, who knows? But whatever it is, if there's something adversarial here, Urias would indicate outwitting your adversaries. So yeah, very interesting. Something like that going on there. In terms of, okay, 5th and 7th house. 5th house, of course, is creativity or love affairs, sometimes children. Yeah, we have this crook and flail energy, which again is this being recognized, but there's also, with this 7 of Pentacles, there's a sense of, I don't know, you may be evaluating a person. Maybe this is a person who's visible too. If you're looking for love, this could be a person who's well known or recognized for something, but maybe you're evaluating whether or not this is worth pursuing. And 7 of Pentacles, I don't know, I feel like this is suggesting to me that this is a situation where you need to be patient. Or again, you're just trying to decide how something is growing. And when we look at the 7th house over here, yeah, I mean, I think you're kind of hanging loose for right now, but we have the 4 of Imps, which is the 4 of Wands. So there's some marriage potential for some people here. This indicates a lot of stability, or again, passing through this 11-11 gateway here to the next thing. But with water, so yeah, this could be a move, like you and your partner could be moving somewhere. Maybe that's going to be the thing you're not expecting, like, oh, I didn't expect I'm going to be living somewhere else. Maybe there's a decision you're going to have to make. But this can also be, this idea that things are sort of tumultuous right now, or maybe tumultuous isn't the word. They're just, things are moving and changing, and you kind of want to see how things are going to settle down. You would like to reach a point where things are solid and stable. So yeah, interesting. Because initially, from an initial look at this, I feel like you're very recognized, maybe not quite ready for this. And yeah, 7 of Pentacles here might indicate that maybe you're trying to, you're trying to think about things. Maybe you're thinking about the bigger picture, about your finances, especially if this involves moving in with somebody or something like that. You may be looking at the bigger picture here. But certainly if there's a partner that somebody you have your eye on for the long term, there does seem to be some long-term potential here with this card, in spite of how changeable things might be right now. Or maybe there's going to be a move to someplace across water that's required in connection with it. Interesting. If you're already married, then yeah, it could be that things have been a bit unstable. Maybe you have a partner who travels a lot, or I don't know, there could just be something going on that has really been maybe putting a strain on things. But the 4 of Imps is indicating a need to kind of maybe finish or complete something and maybe get to a more settled state of things. We have the Queen of Swords here with the Ankh. And so in terms of work, okay, again, this is actually just the opposite of the Ankh. This is somebody who's very analytical, who's very detail-oriented, just the facts, might be looking at things through the eyes of intelligence and logic rather than through emotional lens. And the fact that it's showing up here with the Ankh, I feel like it's telling you to look at things a little bit more through the lens of the heart, and not necessarily this way, because I feel like this is a card of somebody who could be a perfectionist about something. If everything's not exactly perfect, you might be willing to just like throw it out and reject it. And I think it's saying don't do that. There's some kind of a situation here where you, I don't know, I think you're going to be seeing things, you will be seeing things clearly, and there will be this kind of clarity, but yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a strong sense here of not wanting to be overly perfectionist when it comes to something, because I feel like something that might be on offer to you is something that will appeal to your heart, that will allow you to do what it is that you want. Another possibility that's coming into my mind here in the 6th house, if you have a work romance, There may be suggestions here that, I mean, I don't know. The Queen of Bats to me would be kind of like a separation, like, keeping feelings out of the situation, or needing to separate your feelings from whatever might be going on romantically outside the office. I mean, that's a possibility for some people. Okay, you've got the Lovers in the 8th house, so I do feel like there are choices that you need to make. Again, you have this, they've got this 2 energies. For somebody here, there's definitely a relationship, possibly one connected with work, possibly with somebody visible, but there definitely seems to be choices to be made, maybe sacrifices in connection with this relationship. I don't know. I think maybe some of you have an opportunity to move in with somebody, or maybe to get a job. Maybe you have a job offer that you really love, but it's going to require you to pick up and move. I don't know. There's something here that's involving a choice, but it's saying whatever choice you make, you're going to have to give something up, and it's going to bring you to a place where there's something greater. In the Sagittarius house, we have Sirius. Yeah, this is about thinking outside the box. But we have it with the Knight of Pumpkins, which is kind of, again, this slow and steady energy, this energy of trying to, take your time, one step at a time, gradually building something. Sirius could have to do with strength and having the resources to do something. There could be something very strongly physical about this. I don't know. See, as far as moving away goes, at a distance, Knight of Pumpkins to me is somebody who's standing still. Like, this to me is more, I don't know, more about getting oneself financially solid. Maybe you're thinking about taking up a new skill. Sirius can have to do with the physical body, but can also have to do with learning new technologies and things. So maybe you're thinking about that, or you're doing something with that. Either way, there's definitely this sense of thinking outside the box, but there's still this very slow but steady energy. I feel like you're launching ahead, but things may be moving a little more slowly than you would like, in terms of where it is that you want to go. But I do feel like it's a place you're going to get to. It's just maybe not as quickly as you would like. Maybe that's where this dissatisfaction comes in. We have the Page of Ghosts, which is the Page of Cups over here with Bast in your career house. So yeah, again, the idea of a new beginning, something maybe where you feel vulnerable, or maybe you don't feel quite like you know what you're doing yet. Like you feel like you're a newbie in some way. But this is also about, again, moving towards the heart, following the heart, doing the things that connect with us emotionally. And yeah, I mean, I think there's this idea, this can also be messages that are coming in connection with that. But I definitely feel like there's like a new beginning here that's coming up. I don't know. I just feel like there's something here new that you're doing, and maybe you're feeling impatient with it. There's a side to you that says, look, I want answers, and I want answers right now. But it is reminding you that you're at the beginning, and that there's just some things that have not occurred yet. Yeah, in terms of your wishes, again, Hanged Man, again, same as this Buckle of Isis energy. You have to give something to get something. And I don't know. I don't know who the female is here, or what the connection is. I imagine it might be different for different people, but this could just be a person who is a factor here. It could be a friend. It could be a friend who's going to help you make the sacrifice, or it could just be somebody who is connected to what it is that you have to walk away from or give up. But the Hanged Man indicates, taking a bigger perspective on something. I'm definitely seeing a lot here between the Hermit, the Hanged Man. Yeah, you wanna think about what you're doing, and you don't want to think about it in the old way, and you don't want to just think about it kind of this cold, detached, cut and dried kind of way of looking at it. I think you need to look at things, look at the bigger picture. Now, in your own house of Pisces, yeah, there does seem to be tension in things. This is about the Lotus card really says to me that something usually comes up in the 12th house when someone has had anxiety or worry that they're trying not to show people, okay? There's a need for calming the mind. The Queen of Wands is like somebody who is very ambitious, ready to do the thing that they want to do, having it together, being recognized. So, and then you have the King of Pumpkins overall, which is somebody who is the successful business person, someone who has it together financially, somebody who figures it all out, has a successful business, or just somebody who's very practical, grounded, or maybe just someone who has a lot of money. I don't know. I feel like you're doing something new here, Pisces, and whatever it is, you may feel stuck, or you may feel things aren't moving as fast as you would like them to. Maybe you're not seeing money right now. Maybe there's new love here, but maybe you're questioning that as well, where that's going to go. There definitely seems to be that maybe what might be happening here is maybe you're even trying to imitate somebody else. Maybe you're thinking, okay, that person is successful at the thing that I want, so I'm going to try to be more like them and do what they do. But I don't really feel like that's the way to do it. I just think you need to just keep working at what you're doing, and that you're going to find the success that you're looking for. Particularly if what you're looking for is business or material success, or job success or career success. Our essential oil card for today, as our overall, is vetiver. Okay, so this is the oil, and what the keyword on this is reconnect. Your trigger statement is, I need to escape. Very Piscean, actually. The house of Pisces is also the house of escape. The true statement is, I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open to information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. Okay. So, yeah, there's stuff you don't know right now, and maybe things feel overwhelming, a little bit exhausting. Maybe you want to escape. Maybe you want to do something that feels a little bit safer. Maybe there's been some things that are happening that have not really been quite what you expect. But, yeah, you will get this sorted out, whatever this is. You will figure it out. And so right now it's just saying, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep moving forward. There are going to be decisions that have to be made at some point. Ultimately, though, I feel like you are definitely a water sign, and following your heart is the best thing to do. Go with the flow of things right now. I think that there's just things that are going to come together in the right time. And I'm seeing all this two energy here, but I think ultimately you need to figure out where you are, and not necessarily try to do things the way somebody else tells you that they should be done. So anyway, I hope this helps you, Pisces. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed, hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you choose. All these things help the channel to grow. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your July, and I will see you later in the month. Take care.